So, you have our results? Yes. It was a long night, but everyone got scanned. I've just finished running the results through our medical software. And, well, there's no easy way to put it. It's there. Mutated tissue. It's growing in our brains. What? You mean we all have it? No. Not all. Almost everyone is affected, but there's one exception. You, Jan. You're the only one that's clean. Holy shit. Yeah. You know what that means? That it's because of rubidium? Oh, I wouldn't go so far. You were the only one who wasn't created with it, true. But there were so many other factors. The speed with which our brain tissue was forced to grow, external circumstances, like radiation, that could have disrupted the process somehow. There are two things we know for sure. One, creating any other altar will most probably result in the same condition. And two, if we don't find a cure, we will all die, just like the sheep. The whole crew, except for you. It's a matter of days. So, how do we find a cure? Well, I don't know. Try as I might, this is where my expertise ends. Oh, come on. I don't believe that. You always have something smart-ass to say about everything. And you never give up, do you? I have to say, it's contagious. I don't know, Jan. Maybe the people who told you to branch yourself will be able to help us. Maybe. I am still waiting on a call from Lucas about the coordinates. It's worrying he hasn't got in touch yet. Well, let's hope he does. In the meantime, the best we can do is focus on getting rid of that gravity distortion. Even if we can't make it to the end of the mission, at least we can clear the path for you. Okay, Matt. Thanks. And? How is it? Does it taste safe enough? Hey, how are you holding up? Shit, man. What can I tell you? It's what always happens, right? Just when you start hoping things can change, someone or something decides to drop a goddamn bomb on you. Story of my fucking life. Don't worry, we'll find a way out of this. I'm sure of it. Yeah. Jan Dolsky never gives up, right? We're just gonna work our asses off until we either make it or break it. Yeah. Hey, how are you holding up? I'm doing my best, thanks. Just trying to come to terms with it. I mean, dying? Seems so surreal, you know? Then don't come to terms with it. I want to see you angry. I want to see you fight this thing. Okay. Yeah. You're right. I'm not gonna let this sucker beat me. It's all in the head, eh? Hey, how are you holding up?
What do you think? You heard the news, didn't you? We're going to die.
Don't worry, okay? I won't let that happen.
Good, Jan. Do something. Because I don't want to go. I'm not ready. Not yet.
Hey, how are you holding up? It's, all very confusing. Things are happening so quickly. I've just woken up to this strange reality, and now... death. I thought I was prepared for it when I applied for this mission, but it doesn't make any sense. I sure hope we'll get some treatment soon. job with that arm. Are you calmer now with the new filtering system and everything?
I think so. I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure if it wasn't just me being paranoid. But even if it was, I guess it didn't hurt, right?
That's okay. You showed initiative and,
Initiative. Sounds like some corporate bullshit. But I appreciate it. All done here. Should I help with this now? Another.
Hey man, how are you taking it? First Molly dying and now your condition. It must be hard for you.
How am I taking it? Well, I've been thinking. If Molly was the first one you created, and I was the second one, does that mean I'm next in line?
No one else is dying. Not on my watch.
You seem pretty confident about it. But the way Molly went was just so sudden. The irony is, I liked being around that creature. It kinda consoled me.
Yeah, me too. I thought I was the only one who missed the poor beast.
Did she remind you of Mom's dreams, too?
Yeah. She always wanted to move to the country and settle down on a farm.
She wanted to raise sheep, remember? It only came back to me after Molly went.
Yeah. True, I'd forgotten about that. Dad never took those dreams seriously. And neither did we.
That's an understatement. We absolutely hated them. Her annoying love of nature. Every weekend she'd go, "Jan, why don't we go for a walk? See how the park has changed since last week."
Looking back, I wish I'd said yes more often.
Yeah. Our idea of a perfect day was to stay in our room all day and play games.
Luckily, she let it go eventually.
Oh no. Now, she gave up on us, but she never let go of her sanctuary.
Sanctuary? What do you mean?
In the park? The bench? Yeah. She couldn't have a house in the country, so She found herself a hideout in the city. Her favorite bench. She revealed her little secret to me years later. You're telling me she never took you there? No. Right. I guess that's because it was after Dad moved out. You were gone by that time. What was it like? Actually, it was beautiful. And finally, I was old enough to sit still for 5 minutes and just look at freaking trees with her. Doesn't sound very special, but it was. You wouldn't understand. And after she passed, I went to sit on that bench on my own. Every time I was down, I went there. It comforted me. I guess I could really use a place like that now. But we do have a place like that.
You must have seen our holoprojector module. Makes you feel as if you're sitting in a park, on a bench.
That thing? Oh, come on. That's not the same.
Well, not if you sit there on your own. But I guess the whole point is to be there with someone.
I don't know.
Come on. I'll meet you there.
What do you use for filling?
Usually red lentils with tomato, cumin, cilantro, and a bit of maple syrup.
Are you settling in? You joined us at a difficult moment.
Believe me, before I got here, I've seen some of the most unfriendly places to live on our home planet. Not much can put me off. Want to know what really impresses me? The variety of walks of life in this base, all belonging to one man. It's amazing how different we are.
Yeah. Guess I got used to it by now.
I don't think I ever will. I noticed something else, too. The others. They have a lot of common memories, many things that they can relate to, but me? I seem to be different. More different, I mean. I think it must be because I branched away at some much earlier point in time.
I know the exact moment. Fight on the street on our way home from school. Some thugs robbing a teenager.
So, that was it.
Yeah. You went after them. I didn't.
Wow. I acted on an impulse. You really think that such a small thing could have changed my life so completely?
It was an act of courage. That's not a small thing.
Courage? Huh. I don't think so. More like thoughtlessness. I never thought about what I'd do if I caught up with them. Fight them. Luckily for me, I never did. But, I guess, without it, I'd have never seen an alternative to living with Mom and Dad. I'd never meet Edgar. Edgar, retired doctor, my mentor. He worked down the streets of the slum district I ventured to, distributing food and medicine to the needy. Took me under his roof and taught me that however much you do for others, there's always room for you to become a better person. You just have to see it.
Sounds like a wise man. No wonder you preferred hanging around with him than with Pops.
It's not that simple, but yeah. He gave me a sense of direction. Living for others. Freeing yourself from material needs and desires. free from desires? Does that mean you're some sort of monk? No, Jan. Far from it. In fact, I was just going to approach you about something very human. Go on. Well, you see, I look around and I see amazing people, us, a unique group of extraordinary individuals. But what are we mostly preoccupied with? Efficiency. Scurrying and hurrying to get things done. Prosaic tasks. Repetitive activities. Even if we entertain ourselves, it's for a purpose. We never pause because we're so afraid to die. But eventually, we will die anyway, right? Of course, but it does make a difference if we die now or later. Who knows? Maybe it makes more of a difference if we die happy or not. The only thing certain is the present moment, Jan. And I know one thing. We're not cherishing it enough. How can we cherish it? We can stop for a second and enjoy something special together. Let me prepare a feast for our group to feed not just the body, but the soul. Make everyone feel that even if their material life has to end, their existence will be timeless. A feast to celebrate our mortality, Jan. Let go of our fear. What do you say? Okay. Then what would you need to prepare such a feast? Don't worry, not much. I'm used to running a mass kitchen with only the basic ingredients. But I like to experiment with some recipes first. So I guess I'd like to ask you for some time and a decent amount of fresh greenhouse produce. Why don't you start at once? We have enough supplies for your needs. Thank you, Jan. You won't regret it.
Lucas, what took you so long?
Man, finally. I was trying to reach you for days, but I was getting some crazy distortions. I had to reprogram the frequency. What the hell is going on out there? Is the base safe?
No, it's not. We stopped again, in the middle of a great big canyon this time. There's a massive gravity field distortion in front of us.
Gravity distortion, shit. That would explain why I couldn't get through to you for so long. This is not good news, Jan. You need to find a way to neutralize it. Have you managed to collect any data?
Yeah, I built a gravity sensor. Looks like I'm gonna need to set up some neutralizing towers on the canyon rooftop.
So, you already have a solution. Well done. That's good news. Anything else I should know about?
My altars. They're suffering from a mysterious disease.
What do you mean?
Some strange brain mutation. Molly. The sheep I had to create to test Rapidium had it too. She died without warning.
Shit, Jan. I don't know what to say.
Yeah,
What about you?
I'm fine. It's just them.
Oh.
Is that disappointment I'm hearing?
No, I'm relieved you're okay, I really am. It's just... this makes things so much more complicated. We thought we found the perfect solution. I guess nothing's perfect. Still, we can't give up, Jan. Not yet. Maybe there's a cure. A method to undo this side effect. Tell me, do you know anything more about this condition?
I have MRI scans of the whole crew and Molly's autopsy report.
Wow. You've been busy. Send them over. I need to take this to Maxwell at once.
Maxwell. You never told me he was the brain behind the branching procedure. What exactly are the two of you up to?
Up to? Who do you think we are, Jan? Some scheming comic book masterminds? I never said anything about Maxwell's research because I don't want him to get into trouble. He must trust you a lot if he told you all about it. Or maybe he's simply so excited about what you've done, what it could mean for him, that he stopped caring about exposing himself.
His research must have been interesting. I mean, the corporation decided to shut it down. That says a lot.
Yeah, you're right. What can I say? Not many people were ready for it. Altering mind records. I mean, we were on the brink of a real revolution in cognitive science. But the practical implications, they could change so much more. And we were just a step away from getting it right.
We?
Yeah. I worked with him on Project Ela. That's why I followed him when he was transferred to mining ops.
So, if Project Ela was so great, why was it killed?
Officially? Some corporate budget-cutting bullshit. But if you ask me, once the board realized what he was doing, they got scared. What they had in mind for our lab was a contract with the Army that could go on for years and guarantee state funding. They wanted to fix people so they could send them back into action. We wanted to cure them.
That project, Ela. What was it about?
Helping people. Patients affected by PTSD, war veterans, mostly. Everyone else wrote them off. Except for Maxwell. He never gave a shit about what other people thought. He came up with new quantum-based technology to ease the pain of their trauma. Altering memories. Painful memories.
So, you think Maxwell could find a cure for my alters?
I don't know. But what you're doing is a continuation of his life's work. You can be sure he'll do everything to help you. I'll talk to him at once and relay your findings to him. We'll see what he thinks.
Okay.
In the meantime, you should focus on clearing your route out of that canyon. Neutralizing that gravity distortion might take some time and resources.
Roger that.
Hang in there, Jan. We'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Thanks, Lucas.
L7 out.
Hi, Lucas.
Jan, good to hear you. What's up?
Calling because I've collected some more rubidium. Thought you'd like to know.
Oh, man, that's so great.
Yeah. You can be pretty convincing, you know?
Really? I don't hear that often. My work can be kind of lonely.
Tell me about it. It's good to talk with someone other than myself.
Yeah, You know, I was thinking. Remember how last time I was telling you about how Maxwell got me into all this?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. You said he was going through a tough time himself. What's the story behind that?
Well, I don't know it firsthand, but I heard that years back he was a completely different person. Happily married, house in the suburbs, with a steady academic job that had nothing to do with big tech or politics.
So, human after all.
Then it all just crumbled. One night his life suddenly got upturned, and then it was just a spiral of events. Things started toppling down like dominoes. His work, reputation. Eventually his wife left him.
What happened?
His friend died in a car crash. Horrible accident, drunk driving.
Really? Well, that's sad, but how did losing a friend have such consequences?
Yeah, you know what? I don't know if I want to... if I should go into the details. They're very personal to him. But also... maybe another time when we can talk longer. Bottom line for me is... if it weren't for that horrible accident and Maxwell's loss... I would probably have had a much more miserable life. It's so strange to think how relative life can be. Sometimes it just... blows my mind, you know?
Tell me about it.
Yeah, well, no use getting all philosophical, huh? Anyway, well done with the arcs. I really appreciate it.
Thanks. Hey, who knows? Maybe I can secure even more rubidium.
All right, I like the spirit. But let's see what you can do. Every amount makes a difference.
I'll do my best.
Thanks, man. And good luck. I'll 7 out.
Should I go there next? Should I move there? All done. Should I take care of this now? Should I go there next?
Molly's grave. I couldn't have chosen a better place for her myself. Rest in peace, brave little sheep.
What a week, huh?
Storage space, you know?
What's there to discuss? We need to
We have
shield ourselves
perfectly
from
good
radiation.
shielding mechanisms.
Not bad, huh?
It really hits all your senses. The sound of the birds chirping in your ears, the summer breeze on your face. Quite the immersive experience.
You forgot to mention the stench of mold in the air conditioning.
Yeah, well, it can't all be perfect, can it?
Apparently not.
So, I was wondering, how much more did I not know about Mom?
What?
Well, it seems you got to know her better after our lives separated. I'd love to know what you talked about on that bench.
So, this is what it's all about, huh? You just want to sit down and make up for lost time. That's not the way it works.
What do you mean?
You don't get to just collect a few nice memories and pretend you lived my life. Made my choices. You chose the easy way back then. You want it easy now.
What if I told you that I regret it?
Do you? Or are you just lying to yourself? Because it seems to me that at the end of the day, you're always thinking about yourself. Look at us. Here I am, scared of dying because of your decisions, and all you want is to hear more about Mom. My decisions? Yeah. You created us like this, like some kind of freaks, messing with our brains so much, I mean, it had disaster written all over it. But you preferred not to see it. You haven't got a clue how to cure us, do you? You're just pretending to care, because you need us to get back to your lousy life. Hey, you can deny it all you want, but I'm still waiting for a reason to believe you've changed. And all I'm seeing is the same guy who left Mom because he was fucking selfish.
What can I say? I hope I can prove you wrong one day.
Then you'd better step on it. Because I don't think we have much time left.
So how's the workout going? You happy with your barbells?
Oh, yeah. Thanks for making the effort.
You feeling all right?
Honestly, my body feels great. I feel much stronger already, but
what?
But it's not okay. I'm not okay. I think I was deceiving myself. I did feel incompatible, but it wasn't because my body was incomplete. It was because my soul was missing something. Or someone, to be more precise. Someone I loved. Ben.
Ben?
Yeah? Is it really so surprising for you?
Actually, not that much.
Of course not. You remember our basketball team captain?
Yeah, I do. But, you know, I always thought that was just for laughs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for laughs. What about your cousin's boyfriend in the summer of...
Okay, yeah, you win. You win. I always thought of it as a phase. You know, experimenting with different stuff.
Well, I thought that about my experiments with girls. But it wasn't a phase. It felt right for you. You just never met the right guy.
Yeah. I guess I met the right woman instead.
And I met Ben, which means in our case, it wasn't really about looking for a woman or a man, just
Finding the right person. So, tell me more about Ben.
Well, after Mom died, I decided to stay abroad, quit college. I joined this community of warehouse workers and got into activism. Ben was in our group, a geology student, but he was different. Never took things too seriously, everybody liked him. He had me the moment he smiled at me.
What happened then?
Our protest didn't bring results, so we intensified our actions. Police interventions escalated. Before we knew it, we were entangled in a full-scale war between the workers and the corporations. I was all into it. I even felt like the people might want me as a leader. But Ben, he started having doubts. He detested violence. He wanted us to try and change the corporation by working with it instead of fighting it.
Sounds like your Ben was a truly idealistic soul.
Got that right. At first, I mistook it for cowardice, but as the riots got more and more violent, I began to see he was actually brave to go against the tide like that. So, when Ben suggested we just pack our things and get away from it all,
You went with him.
yeah, I did. And I never regretted that decision.
So, you missed this guy.
We became inseparable. He talked me into taking up a job at an offshore oil rig. And one day, when we were on shore leave, Ben started talking about rubidium and space mining missions. He was so excited about it. Wanted us to enroll there and then.
And did you?
We both did. And then we got totally wasted, which was a bad idea because that was our last day off. So the next day, our transport arrives and Ben gets on it without me. I'm just too damn hungover. So I stay behind, miss my shift, make calls to tell them I'll get on the next transport. But I never do. Because that day, there's a major gas leak on the rig. The whole thing blows up, killing a dozen people, including Ben. After that, I just kept blaming myself for not being there with him. I kept turning it over and over in my head, wondering if I could have done something.
I'm so sorry, man.
Well, that's the twisted thing. I appreciate your empathy, but you don't have to be sorry.
I don't?
No. Because it's not what really happened, right?
Okay.
At first, I was too confused to even think about it, and I guess I tried to keep Ben and that whole story at arm's length. It was depressing enough to realize who I was, or what I was. Ripple on the water of someone else's life. And I don't like being depressed, you know that.
Yeah.
But doing more and more of those bench presses, I just couldn't avoid thinking that if my real life path was different and I, meaning you, never even met Ben, then that means there's a possibility he might still be alive, if he exists at all. And the more I think about it, the more certain I am that I just want to know. I want to know what the real reality looks like. Does that make any sense to you?
Okay, tell you what. Why don't we try and find out more about him when we get back?
If we get back. If you get back. Not much chance for me to make it. Both know that. No, Jan. You don't get it. I need to know now. It would just be so amazing to discover a different, better ending to my story. Oh, come on. Can't you use your contact with Earth to ask around? Okay. No promises, but I can try. Thanks, man. Seriously, I know it's a lot.
Need to narrow down the search a bit, though.
Sure. The name's Ben Harris.
Actually, his full name's Benjamin, but he never liked it. The Ben I knew anyway. So I was thinking, since my Ben was so hyped up about going on a Dolly mission, if he exists, there's a solid chance he applied in this reality too, which means he's gotta be in Ally Corp's database of candidates.
Okay. Let's find out if you really know him that well. Young, I'd like to talk to you.